Good morning, stupid. Back to hashtag 360 stupid. We are stupid people asking you smart people simple questions. King of stupid here. Mic check. MICC. CC. Oh my gosh, my hat's all messed up. I don't know what's going on. Nope, this way. Got it. Wait a minute. I should have done this before I came on. All right, let's give it another go, shall we? All right. Good morning, stupid. Welcome back to hashtag 360 stupid. We are stupid people asking you smart people simple questions. King of stupid here. Mic check. MICCCZE. CH as in the Republic. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? All other genders, fenders, benders. Everybody's welcome here at hashtag 360 stupid. We are an informational podcast. We just like to put it out there. We don't like to put it in all the time, but sometimes it slides in, slips in, whatever. And if you're welcoming it, then it should feel good. And if you're not, well, I hope you just listen to us, pass it around, and move it along. Keep it going. Hey, stop eating that grass. My boys are grass munchers. Huh. Hey, you too. Look at that. You went straight to the spot. Huh, Mr. Brownie. My Mr. Brownie. We're out. Salt River tubing. Salt River. Phoenix, Arizona, what it is. That's the highway overpass over there. All right, let's talk. Let's see what's going on. Again, my beautiful people, I am not going to talk about what's actually going on because I've been censorious, and I accept this. You're censorious with the fucking threats. Oh, there it goes again. Gone cursed already. All right, ladies and gentlemen, all other genders, fenders, what's going on? Oh, hey, drive-in theater, yo. Went to the drive-in a couple of nights ago. Very cool, very cool. Totally forgot about it. And I've been like wanting to go out and do stuff. So this works out perfectly. Yeah. Sorry, I just got a text message. It was one of the guests staying at the Airbnb. Hey, stop eating the grass. Hey, stop. Hey, get out of there. Stop it. No more eating grass. They keep throwing the grass up at the place. Hey, look at this guy right in front of me. Little munchkin. Just like their dad, carpet muncher. Yeah, I love me eating some with JJ. Damn, it's been a while though, yo. I know, right? What are you asking? You're asking what happened at the Jada. Well, as expected, as prepared, same. We haven't hung out as much. She's going through some things, and I'm trying to avoid some things. So, yeah. But we're cool. Things are going. Things are humming along. And I haven't hummed it yet, so you know what I'm saying, man? Whoops. Look at my boys. Look at my boys in the water. They love to swim. Oh man, I don't know if I should cross this. I usually cross and go over, cross and then walk on that side. But I think I might just walk here because this ain't looking very kosher. One slip and the phone's going in the water. I think I'm gonna stay on this side. It's a little more rocky, but oh well. Yeah, drive-in. I'm one alone. I think it was last Saturday. Yeah, this past Saturday, which was like 2 days ago. Yo, Sunday sermons. My bad, yo. My bad. Oh, hey, yo, the numbers. Man, yo, 7,500 plays, downloads, plays. I am so truly grateful for every single one of you beautiful people out there listening in. My number one fan. What up, girl? What up? Yeah. So, Sunday sermons. I haven't been getting to them. I should have done one yesterday, really. I had some time, but hey, stop eating the grass, dude. He looks at me like, what are you talking about? Huh? You know I'm talking to you, boy. You too, man. Carpet munchers. Grass munchers. I'm the carpet muncher. Okay, so, yeah. Oh, some development on the selling of the property, which is gonna, of course, benefit me again. Why is it benefiting me all the time? Because that's how I roll, yo. I do business well, and business does me well. Now, here's the thing about business that a lot of people don't understand. Yes, you can be shady. Yes, you will make some money, but in the long run, you will burn out. Something will come and get you some way, somehow. So that's why I always do clean business, honest business, and direct, no BS. I don't even like contracts, because I know if we got to get in contracts, we need dirty, filthy lawyers, and dirty, filthy lawyers only destroy life, don't help any kind of life. So again, business has yield towards me again. So my property was purchased at 125. This is all public knowledge, public information. You could look up houses, property, tells you how much they were bought and sold and all this other stuff. So bought it at 125. I'm still under at 96K, which means I owe 96K to the property, to the lender, the binky. Now I'm at a 4.151. So my interest rates are really good at the time. As a matter of fact, my lender's like, "Oh, never go any lower." I said, "You don't know that, mofo." Real estate, every aspect of real estate is shady, dirty bastards, all of them. Every aspect of American real estate has got everybody who's the dirtiest, shadiest, filthiest people involved. Lawyers. Oh man, lots of lawyers. Lots of paperwork. Every piece of paper you fill out, some filthy lawyer gets paid. Every single page. So, I pulled out of the sale. I held out. Dawn, which we will hopefully interview here soon, was going to be the buyer. Just needed some time to get rid of his property in Michigan. So what happened with that is they pulled out of the sale even after escrow. They were literally getting ready to close. I mean, to the day, and that's when they found out funding fell through. Ain't that something? So he had to pull out of our sale, which we never got into. And so that means, you ready for this? That means I'm keeping the property. Woo, woo, woo. I'm keeping the property. Woo, woo, woo. So possibly refinance, hopefully combine my debts onto the equity. I'm having some problems doing this. I gotta just talk to somebody who's more amped to get it going, I guess. It's all on the lender side. It's all on the finance side. It's just a matter of refinancing it. It's under 3% now. Yo, under 3%. So it's nearly half my the rate I'm at, which is 4.151. Now that's crazy. That is crazy. 4% yearly, I think it's whatever it is. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of damn money. But here's the thing. Here is the thing. You ready? So I'm in 96K. The property value is over 300K now. So that means I should have 200 in equity. Right? That's how it's supposed to be. Now, the tricky is finding somebody who's willing to do the lending. So I think I'm going to contact my bank the bank that's carried the loan, that owns the loan or owns the property that I got the loan with. I don't know how they even word that. And I'm going to ask them to combine. So instead of going through a broker and all that stuff, or refinance. I think the refinance is supposed to be the easiest thing. You just basically run the numbers because you already own the home. Everything's the same. The only difference is your payments are reduced and your mortgage interest rates are reduced, which is huge because you're looking at 30 years. 30 years at 4% or 30 years at 3%. That 1%, that's a lot of money. There's a lot of money. There's a reason the banks always come out ahead. Always. Even if they're out of liquidity. What does that mean? That's fancy market talk, meaning saying that the banks don't have no cash. That's okay though, because we don't really deal with cash anymore. It's all digital, right? Yeah. So how does the Federal Reserve send out money to banks who don't have liquid money? That means we're printing. We're printing. Oh, printer. Printer. Cash printer. So that's what's happening with the property. Oh, drive-in theater, yo, drive-in theater. Glendale Midway, I think it's called. Not a sponsor, but shout out, yo. Check this out, okay? To the thing we can't really talk about. El Viruso, Coronis, Rona. I think that's what some of the smarter YouTubers are saying, using Rona instead of Corona, because that's how hard they're censoring. Yeah. So there was a doctor. Then this isn't me. I'm just echoing what I've seen or heard. I was a doctor talking about it, and I'm not going to say exactly what he was saying, but he was saying a few things that weren't coming out so great to the other side, and so his YouTube video is now gone. What? Yeah, it's all gone. Aeroplano. Yeah. So there was a doctor, American doctor, thinking he could do a speech, bull, hokey. No, buddy. Nobody cares. You're a doctor, schmachter. If you talk a bit all country, you out. So YouTube pulled down this video. And the funny thing is, I don't think it's really funny. It's actually deadly terrifying. Is that I shared his video, and on top I go, oh, this guy's gonna get suicided like quick. Dare talk against the government. You know how much money? You know how much power? Hey, stop! Hey, stop eating the grass. Hey, get! Mr. Black comes right away. Mr. Brown's like, who's he talking to? Oh, buddy, you eating that grass, aren't you? Aren't you, budgie? Hey, you too, man. There he goes. Look, he's bringing up the grass now. Hey, come on. Stop eating the grass, man. So, my comment when I shared the video was, this guy's going to disappear, yo. He's talking against, you know how much money they're making? Do you have any idea how much money hates? He's going back to eat the grass. Hiya, budgie. Now, get some water. Good boys. Good boy, Zeke. Go get some water. Go get some water. So I said, this guy's gonna disappear. And sure enough, his video come down. Oh, Mr. YouTube, you dangerous, aren't you, Mr. YouTube? Mr. YouTube don't like certain informationes, so we can't say certain things, and we can't tell people certain things, and blah, 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 blah. because we're all the enemy and them the winners. So why is this good? How is this making money? Well, I don't know if you guys know, there's this thing called, I think it's called T-bonds or 10-year yield. 10-year, 5-year, it's 5-year, 10-year, 15-year, and 30-year, I think. No, something like that. 10, 15, 30. Anyways, it's the government bonds. Dude, don't be eating the grass, man. Nope, he's chasing something. He's chasing something. So these are, from my very, very limited and probably not factual understanding, but these are what I think are called government bonds. Bond. These, according to market, is supposed to be the most securest investment. Because it's secure, it's securer, meaning it's not an absolute secure, but it's like damn secure. Like this is the thing to get if you just have crap loads of money and you just want to like the most securest, safest investment. I think they're called T-bonds, government bonds. So these rates on these bonds are very low. Okay, so they don't get up to, I'm going to say, I don't think it's seen 5 or 8%. It's usually in the low, like 4, 3. It's usually hovers in the 2%. What does that mean? That's, I think, from my understanding, is if you buy those bonds, then that's your percentage back. So if you get 100,000 worth, you get 102 back, from my very, very limited understanding. Now, what I do know, and I've heard this repeatedly over and 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 over again, is when the yield bond flips. What does that mean? Yeah, not a clue. I didn't have a clue. But what the yield bond flipping means is that the 5-year bond is supposed to be at a lower return rate than, say, the 10-year or the 15 or especially the 30, right? So you got the 5, 10, 15, 30. Now the 5 and the 10 come close, but they never what's called invert, which is the 5-year bond being a higher interest rate on your return than the 10-year. Why does that matter? Okay. Now let's keep in mind the yield flip. Inverted rates is what it's called. When the rates invert, there is going to be a recession, depression, some kind of market adjustment is what they call it. What are they adjusting? They're adjusting the really, really high price back down to the not so high price. Now, for our lay people, this means that you and your stocks and your retirement 401 and blah, 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 all go down. Unless you know what's happening, then you can prepare for it, which is what all the billionaires did, which are the people that I research. They were pulling, liquidating. They were moving heavy on liquid is what the terms are used, like something like that. Heavy on the liquids. What does that mean? Heavy on the liquids, like more water, more oil, more gas? No. Liquid, in this term, is referred to as money. That's right, cash money. Cash money is considered to be liquid assets. If you have cash, then you have liquid. So the bigs, we're talking billionaires, baby. Billion with the B, soon to be with the T, trillion. The billionaires, once the yield inverted, the conservative billionaires started moving out of the market. When we say market, we're talking about the stock market, and into they started moving some into gold, some of the heavier metals, the what's it called? Mr. Kiyosaki calls it God's money. Gold, silver, copper, these things. Valuable metals, I think. So, the billionaires have been preparing for this for quite a while. Usually, after 5 to 8 years, you're going to have to prepare. You should start preparing for the market to adjust. Now, the Great Depression's adjustment was massive. Lots of poor people lost their money. Lots of working people lost their money. But the billionaires, the super rich, the supreme rich, actually made a whole bunch of money during the Depression, recession, and now we're possibly looking at a Great Recession or Depression or Great Depression, or whatever you want to call it. This basically means the price of things come really low. So if you get the cash, the billionaires got the cash. Now, not all billionaires have cash. A lot of them are tied into different assets and different investments. But the smart ones knew that this was coming. And so they started liquefying and getting ready for what? What are they getting ready for? They're getting ready to buy, because they just sold. They sold at the peak around December. November and December is when the conservative investors started liquefying. About January is when the mid-level investors liquefied. And in February, end of February was where the riskier players sold and liquefied. My boys, they're out chasing something. So end of February, beginning of March is when all the smart ones got out. Even the riskier players got out, meaning they don't sell all the stocks. You don't really want to sell all your stocks, especially at that level, mainly because dividends. What's dividends? Dividends is a fantastic way to make passive positive cash flow. Dividends is basically what the company in which you buy stocks pays monthly. I don't think most. A lot of them don't pay dividends. A few do. A lot of the stronger companies, even during the pandemic, is still giving out dividends. So the billionaires, the market followers, the people who know, and now I know, that when the inversion rate, because so the market has been climbing like fantastically for 10, almost 10 and a half, 12, 10, 11 years. I want to say 12, but I don't think it's reached 12. I think it's closer to the 10-year mark. So for 10 years, imagine 10 years, the market's just been climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing, and billionaires have been making billions and millionaires making millions. And for the common man, the working person, your stocks have been increasing as well. Your 401 has been increasing. So yes, there's a lot of benefits. Now, the 401 is just money you put into, right? From my understanding, the 401 is not something you can move and pool and yield and blah, 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 blah. So what does that mean? That means the working man, the man that goes to work every day, and this is not gender reference, the good people that go to work every day bust their ass and try and set up some type of retirement, get jacked. Now, if you're pulling out during this time, it's bad for you. However, if you're still in it, then you are what's called paper poor. Paper poor means the investments you have all have a lower value, meaning that you're poor holding that investment, which is paper investment, not liquid investment. So you're not putting in paper doesn't mean cash. Liquid means cash. Paper means your investment. So on paper, you look poor, but if your dividends are still kicking in, then you're still good because your investment generally will regain itself. So this is the time to buy. In the next three months, if markets are going to maintain where they're looking to maintain, this is about the time to buy. This is what the billionaires are doing. The smart investors are getting ready to buy heavy. Generally speaking, they just invest. Sorry, I got another message. Threw me off. Yeah. Oh, guess what? The borders are still closed. Well, you should already still kind of know this, I guess. Yeah. So that means my personal assistant from Canada is not going to make it. That means, and so Don pulled out of the cell. Oh, Elena is not coming. Not for another month or so, whatever they said. This is how I know it's tricky. There was no news of opening. There was a few little tidbits of, let's reopen. But the reality is they never had any intentions of opening on the 1st of May. May Day. They're chasing something. So they never had any intentions of opening up the borders or any travels on May 1st. But when they closed, there was so much happening, huh? They talked so much about closing. But when it's time to reopen, that's why I pretty much knew it wasn't going to reopen. That's kind of why I didn't get too anxious or too happy to get prepared. So now what looks like is going to happen is I'm going to refinance, keep the property, but put in management so that I can do my thing. And I kind of like this idea, and I'm kind of happy, and I want it because I do want to keep the property just because it's so heavy on liquid passive revenue, passive positive cash flow, people. Passive positive cash flow. That means no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, that money is going to come in because it's passive. You don't have to be there. You don't have to do nothing. Just passive positive cash flow. Now, a certain dingleberry, I'm not going to mention names, said passive gets taxed the most. Actually, passive hardly ever gets taxed. That's why the heavy investors are in it. Passive positive cash flow. And even if it's getting taxed heavy, it's still worth it. Why? Because it's passive, my man, my lady, my people. Passive positive cash flow. So keeping it, I wasn't like, I'm gonna get rid of it. I want the relaxedness, the less stress of having it, but keeping it if I get a good staff. If I get good staff, keeping it is well worth it, and I'm totally for that. Even if I don't refinance, even if I don't use the equity to pay off all my debts, it's still worth it. it is still well worth it. With this property and all my other passive revenues, I'm at 100K a year. Passive, people. Passive. So now that Don told me that he's not likely to get into it because he still has a mortgage in Michigan he's trying to pay off or close or sell, which is about peak market. We're talking another 3 to 6 months. Real estate should hit the bubble. Now, during the bubble, it's still worth it. It's still worth keeping it. It's still worth the revenue it's generating. So all around, it's worth keeping the property, living off the revenue. It's just passive revenue, so it's not gonna. It's gonna be way more beneficial in all aspects. Having property. Owning your own property is worth it. Owning your own property is so worth it. Even if it's a house, even if it's just a house and you're making the mortgage, it's worth it. If you have a small house and you rent out a few rooms, oh, that's even more worth it. So here's the thing. We have to sleep somewhere. Everybody needs to have a place to go and sleep at the end of the night, at the end of the day, at the end of your shift, at the end of something. You have to have your own shower. You have to have your own bathroom. You have to have your own damn bed. Now, I've been homeless, and I know a lot of homeless people, and I'm talking to you homeless people and non-homeless people. I'm talking to everybody. At the end of the day, at the end of the night, you need your shower, you need your bath, you need your food, you need your bed, you need your shelter. You need that sense of security. And so I'm going to cut it off there. There's a lot more going on, more I could suggest, investments. So now so I've been stacking up the money because there's literally hardly anywhere to spend any money. And I used to spend a lot of money taking ladies out and whining, dining, and enjoying traveling and all that. So what this means now, I have stacked up enough to start looking at my second place. Yeah. So I think I'm going to keep this. I'm going to try and refinance it. Whatever happens to it, no biggie. But I'm going to start looking for my second place. Now, I'm going to wait until the market hits or bubble pops, especially that I'm keeping this one. So I'm going to refinance it or try and refinance it, at least reduce my rates. As far as the debts, I'm going to try and fix something, a few of the bigger things, and then go from there. I'll keep you all updated. Thank you so much for listening, watching. My number one fan, what up? This is really happening. We're making this happen. 7,500 plays. I just checked it yesterday. I haven't checked it for a while, but thank you, everyone. Genuinely, thank you for making this happen. Ladies and gentlemen, all of the genders, fenders, benders, I am Mike Check, King of Stupid, here at hashtag 360 Stupid, signing off. Thank you for the privilege of your time. Good night, stupid.